COD has changed. Our time has ended. Our Call of Duty is over. It's no longer about nations, ideologies, history, or realism. It's an endless series of crossover skins from corporate brands or titles, fought by players who grew up playing Fortnite and flossing. COD, in its consumption of life, has become a well-oiled machine. But there's one more thing I must do. One last punishment I must endure. Wipe every person from these lobbies. That is my final mission.
Hello and welcome back to Nerddom. My name is Matt, and today we're going to be talking about Call of Duty Black Ops 6 beta gameplay that we had over the weekend. Now, just a little bit of history. I have played every single Call of Duty up until last year. I didn't play Modern Warfare 3. And it was more so I felt like it was just a slapped together kind of product at the last minute. I don't know if it was because of the Activision Blizzard sale that was on the horizon or something else happened and it turned into a full-fledged sequel rather than just like a DLC map pack. But I kind of didn't like where the series was going. I didn't enjoy the crossovers. I didn't enjoy a lot of the skin packs, and they were trying to keep up with Fortnite, in my opinion. They're trying to keep up with Fortnite. They are a huge live service that is, it's undeniable how huge this game and live service is. But them trying to keep up with Fortnite in the goofiness and the way to sell skins to make money off of that, it kind of lost its identity to me. Of course, there's going to be no end to selling skins or selling different products to get more income. If it makes sense to the business and people are buying it, people are enjoying it, why not? Not a bad thing, I guess. And to me, this isn't a new thing. This actually does go back to the trailer and attitude of the original Modern Warfare 2. If you remember, it was like serious Call of Duty all up until there. And then we have like the Till I Collapse trailer with Eminem, and it kind of put a different vibe on Modern Warfare. They're trying to go for more of a, instead of a military movie, they try to push it more into more fun zone, which is more so like Bad Boys 2, like an action movie type of thing. And it definitely did change the vibe and tone of the entire series after that. Of course, Treyarch followed that up with the original Black Ops. The original Black Ops actually does have a serious tone as well. If you remember, that has a much different take on the war eras, flipping back and forth between timelines, flipping back and forth between what is real and what isn't real, that kind of thing. I really do want to go back and play Black Ops. I think that would be a fun time. And of course, we all remember the hullabaloo that was Black Ops 4? Pretty sure it was number 4, where we didn't get a campaign at all. We got multiplayer, and then we got Blackout. Now, Blackout really was a special time in, I would say, Battle Royale. It was playing off of PUBG, and I know that Blackout really does have a fondness within some of the community. And I gotta say, I think I played every single multiplayer up until Infinite Warfare. Now, while I did enjoy the Infinite Warfare campaign, I thought it was cool. I thought it was really imaginative, taking COD even more into the future, especially after Sledgehammer did Advanced Warfare with their exoskeleton systems. The series was getting a little bit long in its legs, and it was trying to find an identity to follow. Black Ops even then follows suit with, I think, Black Ops 3 and 4, where they had different types of movements. I played 3, I played a little bit of 4, definitely played Blackout. That was a lot of fun. And then came Modern Warfare, which then kind of reinvigorated the whole series. It was kind of like a little bit goofy at the time. And then we go back into Modern Warfare, which is really serious and people really liked the slow down pace. But after a while, you can't keep doing that, I guess. So we brought it back into, they tried to revamp it with like Modern Warfare 2. And then we had Cold War. Cold War, I actually didn't finish the campaign, but I did play a lot of the multiplayer. And you can definitely feel the Cold War-ness in this Black Ops 6. I think this is a direct play off of Cold War. It's like Cold War 2.0. The color scheme, the color profiles definitely reminds me of the Treyarch Cold War Call of Duty version versus a Modern Warfare type. It's crazy to me that I can tell the difference between like an IW versus a Treyarch game. It's kind of weird, but I can tell. It's not a bad thing. It's just actually kind of nice mixing it up once in a while rather than having the same systems over and over again, which I feel like Warzone has gotten kind of stale in that regard. Now, long-winded way of saying we have made it to Black Ops 6. So, big thing this year is omnidirection. Omnidirectional movement means that you can sprint in any which way, in any combination, diagonally, sideways, behind, and also you can dolphin dive from any of those ways as well. This, to me, is freeing up the mouse keyboard players a little bit more to be a little bit able to just like jump around like crazy. The movement gods that are online already are pretty insane, and I'm not sure if that's what the systems were made for. When they dolphin dive around a corner, it actually is kind of easy to spot them and shoot them. It's a matter of surprise. When you're not really expecting to see someone pop out behind a corner, so it is a big surprise when it does happen. And the movement they're able to do while in mid-air actually is super useful. One, coming around that corner, or jumping off a balcony and then turning around really quick and landing on your back and then able to shoot up. I think there's no going back from this type of movement. I don't think there's any way COD can go back to its original movement style after this one. It's gonna feel very chained down after that point. It is very freeing as a mouse keyboard player to be doing that. I have seen a lot of players as well with controller still killing it, still able to take advantage of this Omni movement in possibly better, larger ways than we can in mouse keyboard. I used to play on controller, but I just can't for some reason anymore. I've been playing on mouse keys too long. I also saw a bunch of videos of the aim assist on controller. I do believe that after about 3 meters or so, the aim assist is turned off so that we're on an even keel when it comes to that amount of range. Anything a little bit further back does have still some aim assist, some stickiness, and it's very noticeable in the videos that I've seen. They kind of lock on to the target until a certain point, and then it's off again. So I don't know if aim assist is ever going to go away. It is something that controller players, I guess, need to have to stay even with mouse keys, but there you go. Let's talk about the systems and the loadouts. So far the level cap, I believe, is level 20, and I hit that level cap pretty quickly. But you have to then level the guns after that. There is a lot of attachments for these weapons. A lot of them are the same attachment crossovered into their version with the gun. But it's interesting this year because at this point, there actually isn't any cons for the attachments. I'm not sure if that's what they're going for. I'm gonna need to look into it. But there's no cons. The only con that I've ran into so far, and the highest gun I think I have is like a level 20, and that's the XM4. The only con is that they can see the laser from the hip. Otherwise, you get to pick 5 attachments, and then all those benefits get put towards the gun. So there really isn't any negative that I can think of using attachments. It's just a matter of which way you want to play. And I think that's great. I think that's the way that it should be. It's the way, I mean, you can still have cons. I think that's still fine too, but you know, just making it so that everything that you choose is beneficial in one way or another depending on your play type, I think is what's important. The perk system is actually very interesting this year because you have something called the wild card. The wild card for most beginning players is going to be overkill. which automatically allows you to use 2 primary weapons in both the weapons places. How do you say that? Weapon spots. There you go. Both the weapon spots. But then you get perk greed. Now, perk greed lets you pick another perk. This is very important because there's something called a specialty perk, which unlocks another special ability if you use 3 of the same type of perk. So for instance, the setup that I had mostly was I started with Ghost, which was with the blue group, but then I went straight red group, which was Dexterity Double Time and Assassin, which then gave me the specialty perk of Enforcer, which allows me to kill enemies and grants a temporary buff to movement speed and health regen rate. So very important to have this specialty perk. I'm not sure if there's going to be many people that are choosing to have Overkill or something like that, unless they're in a basic sniper class, and then maybe they run straight red. I do like the ability of having Ghost on there, which is undetectable by enemy radar ping. Very, very useful, especially if you're running and gunning like I was. Of course, there's a couple of other perks with the green system and the red one, and the blue one. The blue one is Recon. Enemies can be seen through walls for a short time after respawn. Pretty useful. I used that for a couple of matches. And then the green one is Strategist. Earn a score bonus for objectives and destroying enemy content. See enemy content through walls for a short distance. This one is really for the person who is grinding out some points and you're getting field upgrades faster. So it really is the person on the field who is kind of not the straight up killer. Maybe they're going for score points, so that way they can rack them up. You playing whatever game type it is. And then we can talk about actually, so it is score streaks this year. It is not kill streaks. I'm not sure what it was in Modern Warfare 3. I didn't really play it much, but I was noticing that I was just playing the objective and earning score streaks, which is to me really fun. You know, you get to, you're not only just earning up kills to get these rewards, you're actually playing the game type, and then you're getting points rewarded to you, extra points actually, if you're playing on the objective. So I think if you get like a kill while on the objective, it's like 125 towards your score streak versus just a kill is 100. So you're gaining a little bit more plus time spent on the objective. So I always liked score streaks, and there has to be some way of evening out the scores versus the kills. Like you'd still need to have the people who are straight killers happy, but then the people who want to play back and play the objective happy as well, and earning stuff too, and being able to decimate the map. And I think this is actually a really, really good middle ground that they found right here. I was enjoying getting a helicopter for just, playing the objective, doing what I was supposed to do to get my team to win, and I was able to pull in a helicopter. And then I was able to pull in a Hellstorm missile, which I only got one. Maybe we'll play later. I only got one. Let's talk about the guns. The guns are actually, there's only a few guns that are available on here. There's 3 ARs, 2 SMGs, 1 shotgun, 2 snipers, and that's really about it. I didn't really mess with anything else. Let's see what else is there. Oh, machine gun, marksman rifle. The marksman rifle is like a 3-round burst. The guns that I mostly used was the XM4 assault rifle, the C9 SMG, of course, the Jackal PDW, which everyone and their mother is using. That thing is really a beast. Then I was using the sniper, which was the LR72, which is a bolt action. I did try to use the AK just a little bit. I found that it was, maybe I needed to level it up a lot more and I didn't have the right time, but I found a little bit of fun with that one, but mostly I was running like the XM4 silenced and just like run and gun style, as small and compact as possible. And then I was having a lot of fun with the Jackal as well. Those are probably my 2 favorites. Of course, the bolt action sniper was really killing it. I put a 3x scope on there instead of its full zoom scope, and I was able to get some really good kills with it. When I'm talking about the maps, I think the maps are really fine-tuned for a run and gun style. The sniper map for me is probably Scud. While you can snipe and there's long lanes on a couple of the other maps, I wasn't finding too much success with it. Scud with the radar dish and the bunker like in the middle, I was finding a lot of success with sniping and being able to run in different places and cover off different objectives while sniping. That was probably the most fun with sniping, was on that map. All the other maps though, I do feel like are run and gun, AR, SMG maps. There's actually a really long sight on the rooftop one. There's a long sight across from the pool that you can actually get some really good snipes as well. And also there's 2 long lanes on that one actually, the dining room to the side and the pool side. So there's really long lanes for maybe a sniper with a 3x scope or something like that on those. The snipers pack a punch. They're pretty fair. If you hit them in the chest, they're basically going down. Even with the Dragunov, I found myself getting one-shot kills with that one, and that's a semi-automatic. But with the bolt action, I was getting a lot of one-shot kills, which was nice. Of course, if you hit them in the leg, a little bit different. My favorite map does happen to be Scud. I think there's a lot of great lanes on that one, a lot of great sight lines. If it's a nice, big, rectangular map, the other maps really do feel constricted, really 3-lane, classic COD maps. I think my least favorite was the video store one, and it was because of the L shape. I know what they're trying to do because you can't make a line of sight to their spawn point, so it makes sense that it's an L shape. The inside of the video store, I think its layout is just a little funky for me. It's a little funky. So that one's probably my least favorite. Second is the rooftop skyline one, I think it's called. I like that one. That one's cool. The really cool bottom part where you can go into the basement and you can actually deactivate the security system. So let's say you're playing headquarters and they're holed up inside the office that has a security system. You can actually go underneath the map and turn off the security system, and then everything opens up for you and the team to just come in and lay waste. So that's pretty cool that there's dynamics to the map. There's things to play with, kind of. The game style you're gonna be playing is mostly run and gun. It is mostly, you gotta be on it. You have to be, cracked out on the monster, on the ghost. That's my choice. Please sponsor me. On the ghost, you gotta be on it. You definitely have to be on it. You have to be attentive. It's not a slow game. You have to be running around and stuff. You have to be watching your corners, watching your flanks. Someone's always going to be running around behind you and using you as a human shield. Let's talk about that for a little bit. I, for the life of me, could not get the human shield to work for me. I instead beat the crap out of him on accident. I don't know if I was doing it wrong, but it seemed like it was very easy for people to take me hostage. Editor's note, I was able to do it, and I think I was just doing it wrong, so I finally was able to do it. Yay. I didn't get to hear any of the trash talk or stuff like that, but as a mechanic, I'm really curious to see if it messes with the core gameplay of COD too much. I think it's a fun little thing, but it might be too easy to get somebody. I don't know if it's on controller that it's easier, or if I'm just doing it wrong. You were doing it wrong. Please let me know down in the comments below if it's really easy on mouse keys. I swear it said melee twice, and I was hitting melee twice, and it still just wouldn't work. And you are actually able to be saved. I was actually able to be saved a couple times. They shoot the guy behind you, and then you're free to go. Of course, a lot of the times I was just shot as well. In COD, there really isn't a loss to the team if you die, other than you lose your score streak, which could have benefited the team. It's not like in Battlefield where you lose tickets, or Hell Let Loose where you lose time, and that's a big part of the game is time. Here you do lose your score streak and you lose your place on the map, but otherwise death is not defeat unless you're playing Search and Destroy. There is a new game mode, I believe, on here called HVT, High Value Target, and it's kind of like VIP back in the day, where instead of the normal loadout, you would usually have a pistol and you're the VIP and they have to protect you, then your team has to go kill their VIP. Now you do have your full loadout, and you also have a plate system as the HVT. And you have a total of 6 plates, 3 plates are already in, and then 3 plates are set out. And then you're able to replate, just like you can in Warzone, just like you can in whatever that other system they did last year was. I don't remember what it was, where it was like extraction mode. I don't remember what it was. But yeah, this mode was fairly fun. You as the HVT are also very deadly. You have your normal loadout, and then you also have extra armor. So the thing is, you can move with your team to go kill the other teams of HVT, but at the same time, you are actually very powerful with your plate system. But if you do get overwhelmed by the other team, you are going to get wrecked. It's not too powerful that you can't overpower everybody. It's not a juggernaut system. It's not a juggernaut suit. But what it is, it's just a little bit of leeway, so you're able to survive a little bit longer, as well as fight capably with your normal loadout. So I think it was a cool balance between VIP and similar type of game mode. I thought it was really cool. I thought it was a fun addition to the rotation. I really do like the rotation that I had going for core. I'm not the biggest Search and Destroy fan. I know most serious players are, because that's like the pro thing, but I play COD as a normie. I've been playing COD just mindless running and gunning for a long time, and it is nice to just turn off the thinking part of the brain and let the lizard brain, like I said last year, take over. Like just getting some really good snipes, it's good. It's a good feeling. And I was seriously trying to get some good snipes and just diving out a window and like shooting and snooting people. And shooting people while diving. I was really trying. There was a couple of times where I did get some pretty good shots off while diving, and I think the clips for this game is going to be out of control. I think it's going to be insane. I've already seen a couple of people on controller too being just straight movement demons. Like they're just spinning around like people just messed up on there. While we may run into them a couple times, I do believe that this is going to be a really good COD to just, you know, we sit back and play, basically. We've already seen some hackers as well. I'm not sure if that is going to be a problem like it always is in Warzone that I hear about. Hopefully not. I hope this gets fixed. I hope Ricochet does its job and does the anti-cheat the way it's supposed to. And I really do think that the campaign hopefully is going to be nice change of pace from last year's campaign, which I played a little bit of. I tried my best. Once it came out to Game Pass, I actually loaded it up for the first time, and I was not having it very well. I don't care about the storyline. I don't care about any of that stuff. So I'm curious to see what we're going to be doing here. Now, Treyarch does have a different pedigree when we're talking about the campaign. Their last foray into the campaign was Cold War, and like I said, I didn't finish it. Maybe I should. I was enjoying it. I just didn't finish it, and I do enjoy basically all of the Black Ops campaigns except for the one with the robots and stuff. I don't think I played that one. I don't remember. What a fever dream that stuff is, huh? But hey, the 90s, we're talking Desert Storm, we're talking that kind of thing. I think that's going to be really cool setting for Black Ops, and we're actually into stuff that I actually lived through. Oh God. Oh God, I'm old. When your personal history is Call of Duty history, I think you hit the old factor, huh? But yeah, I'm a 30-something. I really do like Call of Duty. I really do like the lizard brain turning my head off and just running around shooting people and trying to, you know, have a good time right here. And the systems that they have in place here, I think, are really beneficial for that. I think you're going to get in some lobbies that is going to destroy you, without a doubt. I think that's going to happen. But it's always happened. You know, that's always happened. The big thing with this year is Call of Duty's addition to Game Pass. I am a Game Pass Ultimate subscriber. I have been for quite some time. I'm pretty happy with it. There's a bunch of games on here that you can play and try. And so I'm kind of happy just paying it monthly. I'm blessed to be able to pay that monthly. And what it's going to give me is access into Black Ops on day one on October 25th. So if you are kind of skeptical and you have Game Pass, at a certain level, I think you can play brand new releases on Game Pass. So I think that's very cool. It's very beneficial for the Xbox Microsoft system user. And I think it's a cool addition. Honestly, I'm really excited for it. I don't have to pay any additional to get it. I'm just get it day one, and I can play it day one, just like I was able to access the beta over the weekend. And I think this beta being on Game Pass could have been hugely beneficial to them for their servers to get everything ready for such a smooth launch. I'm burping. I know there's some online fighting between them, but hey, I play on PC. That's just where it is. So this is long-winded, but I am excited for this year, and I can't wait to play in a couple months. And I had a good time with it this weekend. Had a really good time. So let me know your thoughts on the Call of Duty beta test over the weekend. Did you enjoy it? Did you not enjoy it? What guns were you using? That kind of thing. Let me know. And as always, if you like what I do here, feel free to subscribe. Also, feel free to smash the like button. Really does help out the channel get pushed out to new people. And I hope you had a good holiday weekend. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next time.